Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I hope you all doing well. Today we're going to talk about Punarvasu Nakshatra and how this nakshatra influences one's choices, experiences, and of course the life path. So if you have your ascendant, moon or sun in this nakshatra, then do watch this video. It will be quite helpful to you. And even if you have some other planet in this nakshatra, still do watch this video because we have a surprise. Today we're going to talk about all the 9 planets, how they work in the Punarvasu Nakshatra. Of course not in detail, but Punarvasu means that you are here to retrieve the light back, born again to get that light back. So of course there is some darkness, ignorance in your journey, and when you have a planet in Punarvasu, this means that this ignorance, this darkness will go away and you have to retrieve back some wisdom, light, knowledge into that aspect of life. So let's understand how 9 planets are going to work in this nakshatra. What you have to get back in this life, the wisdom, the knowledge, and overall 5 important points about Punarvasu Nakshatra, how your journey is going to change with having a placement in this nakshatra. So let's get started. Punarvasu is a nakshatra which falls between Gemini to Cancer. The first 3 padas are in Gemini and the last pada is in Cancer. And the only nakshatra which is a junction between 2 signs which are about mind. Gemini and Cancer. Gemini is the thought process, the communication, the thoughts, the intellect, right? The intellect, the thinking capacity. And Cancer is the mind, the emotions, the security and the peace. So here the duality is experienced to the fullest. It's not just coming from Gemini, but it's also coming from Cancer. If Gemini is about duality, quick changing thoughts, mood swings, then Moon is also about mood swings. Moon undergo the phases of waxing and waning, the light and the dark phase. So again, that emotions going up and down. So here, why Jupiter becomes the Lord, why Jupiter is the deity here? Because of the wisdom it brings in one's life. If you have a placement in Punarvasu, this is for certain that you are learning to listen to your wisdom. Trusting your wisdom is important, and just don't make decisions like quickly. Take time with your decisions. Be an observer. Process your thoughts slowly and be very thoughtful with your actions. So this is what you are learning. And the very first point for you is that your purpose is somewhere connected to the mother. Aditi, she is the mother of the gods. She is the deity of this nakshatra. So Brahma, like how Brahma is to Rohini, Aditi is to Punarvasu. They both are the deities of creation. Whereas Brahma is a bit, I would say, arrogant or very proud of his creations. There is this, I would say, a feeling of, see, I'm so great, I created this. There is this too much of proud into it. But Aditi doesn't have that pride nature. For her, whatever she creates, it should somehow expand the light. It should help in the universe. It should increase something beautifully. Expansion is what she wants. She doesn't want to just create, but she wants to expand. So the mother plays a very big role in your life, where you will fulfill her purpose in this life. It's definitely some kind of dream of hers which you have to fulfill in this life, and she also brings very positive transformation in your journey, and she helps you to fulfill your purpose as well. So you have to create something for your mother, help her in her dreams as well, and she fulfills your dreams as well. And Aditi is also known as the goddess of light. Okay, so a motherly figure will show you the light, will help you to understand how beautiful you are, how good qualities you have. Of course, if the moon gets afflicted, it's debilitated with Rahu, Ketu in a difficult house, the role of mother will change. She may not have that positive impact on you, but even what you go through with her or because of her, still it brings out the light in you. Okay, that challenge will help you to focus more on your purpose. So big role of mother and a need to serve the mother in this life. That is the first aspect of your journey. The second most important point for you is to trust your wisdom. A very big lesson in this life. Remember what I mentioned at the very start, this nakshatra is a bridge between Gemini to Cancer, Mercury to Moon. Both are responsible for our mind, how we think, our thought process. Now, Jupiter considers Mercury as the enemy. Jupiter is the lord of this nakshatra, the ruling planet of this nakshatra. So Jupiter considers Mercury as the enemy. Mercury considers Moon as the enemy. So Moon is like, what? Wait. What did I do? I hate nobody, right? So there is this huge interplay between Mercury and Moon, and then Jupiter comes into the light, gives you the hope and tells you, teaches you. Ultimately, Jupiter is the teacher. So Jupiter teaches you to trust your wisdom. Okay, what happens here, what Mercury will do, it may sometimes keep you confused. It may keep you sometimes, hanging to a certain thought. So, and what the Moon is doing, Moon keeps you very emotional. Okay, and you cannot take decisions when you are confused or when you're very emotional, you're crying. So when you go through these stages, the Jupiter comes into the light, gives you the light. Hey, trust your wisdom. You have it. You have all that wisdom which can help you so much. So be patient and trust what you believe in. That's a very big lesson. If we look at the story of Lord Ram, Sri Ram, Punarvasu Nakshatra, Moon and Punarvasu, and even there were so many adversities, what he experienced, you can learn something beautiful from him, and that is trusting the decision and the wisdom he had. So trusting your wisdom and your knowledge when there is a difficulty. So you don't have to get into that fight or flight mode, which Mercury and Moon will do to you, getting nervous, tensed, confused, or sobbing or sulking. It's just like Jupiter is showing you to be positive in every situation. You can handle it. You can do this. So that wisdom, that faith in self is important, and it will come through practice. It won't happen in just one day. Okay, so Punarvasu again retrieved again. So that process of retrieval is not so quick. It comes from the practice and the patience you have. The third important point is to retrieve the light, to retrieve your qualities, retrieve the good things of your own self, to retrieve that happiness, that spark again. Punarvasu means to be a Vasu again. There were 8 deities, 8 Vasus, and each of them represent a brilliant quality, light, radiance, and these Vasus were cursed to be born again as humans, so that they can go through that human pain. Human existence is difficult, so to live like human, they will undergo that pain. And when they go through that pain, they will realize their own power. They will realize what mistake they did and to never repeat it again. Because they come from light. They're having good qualities, and out of ignorance sometimes we misuse our good qualities. So there's a lesson to retrieve back your good things, your good qualities, because at some point you were ignorant. It could be about past journey, it could be about the present life as well. You're very good, but still you are very ignorant. You focus on wrong things. Maybe you don't have enough confidence to use your qualities. So there is this darkness, and again the role of Aditi is here, because she is also the goddess of light, and you can only retrieve the light back when you know what darkness is, when you face the darkness. So this darkness is about your emotions, inner doubt, insecurities. You have to overcome your insecurities in this journey, which literally connects with this point. You have to retrieve the light, okay? And when you retrieve this light, you will be rewarded. You know, Punarvasu people, they always have a huge status, amazing status in the society. People will respect them for their success, for the amazing people they are. And it happens when you retrieve your light. A lot of people say that okay, we have placement in Punarvasu, but we are not successful. It's because you haven't unfolded those gifts, because you haven't retrieved that light back, okay? So you need to get back to your good qualities, and it happens through optimism. That is the gift of Jupiter. Being positive in your life will help you to, you know, have this battle with the darkness, the ignorance you have. So how different planets work in Punarvasu, how each planet shows what you're going to retrieve in this journey. So let's have a look. When Sun is in the Punarvasu Nakshatra, what are you ignoring about yourself, about your journey? Well, Sun in Punarvasu indicates ignorance with respect to your inner call. You're rejecting your inner call. You're rejecting what your soul says, and you're focusing more on what others have to say, what others think is right for you. And you know, you will have a sign. You may experience headaches, you may experience blurred vision, and this is a sign that you're rejecting your soul's call, because Sun represents the soul. You're fighting with the insecurities of how the world views you, how the world treats you. So your confidence will only come to you when you listen to your wisdom, what your soul has to say. So listening to your inner call is important. When Moon is in the Punarvasu Nakshatra, of course, it's a good placement. It shows a lot of strength, but there's definitely some ignorance here as well. And the ignorance here is the reluctance to change in life. You want to cling to a certain space. You want to cling to a certain event or situation, and you don't want things to change. There is ignorance with respect to the emotions, the emotional needs you have. So being open to changes, being open to the uncertainty is the best way you can get rid of this darkness and ignorance in you. When Mars is in the Punarvasu Nakshatra, it shows ignorance with respect to your actions. Of course, Mars is debilitated here. So there's this ignorance with respect to the consequences of your actions. You may say, so what if I made this mistake? So what if this happened? So Mars do get weak in Punarvasu because you cannot connect to the wisdom here. How can I correct my actions? How to address my mistakes? How to address what went wrong? There's this anger which doesn't allow you to address those issues. Mercury in Punarvasu shows ignorance with respect to your own thought process. You may feel nervous. You may get so entangled in your thoughts that you cannot make wise decisions. Further, Mercury in Punarvasu gives problems in the domestic front, struggling with the emotional connection with your own people. So one do have a responsibility to connect with your wisdom. You need to be very focused with your decisions. You cannot stay confused and nervous all the time. So you have to bring in the light to be more clear mentally. If Jupiter is in Punarvasu, the biggest thing, the biggest challenge one deals with is the struggles in relationships, love relationships and marriage as well. Though yes, Jupiter is exalted, it brings so much of knowledge and such great respect in the society, but there's still struggle in relationships. There is ignorance in understanding one's own thoughts and decisions in marriage. One may think that, okay, I'm always right. So that thought process may give challenges when you are working along with someone else. The other person may feel that, you know, he or she is right. You are feeling, okay, I am right. So it's a matter of opinions and two people's knowledge, wisdom clashing here. When Venus is in Punarvasu Nakshatra, there is ignorance due to indulgence. Too much of focus on something which makes you happy, which keeps you balanced. You feel that this thing makes me happy. So too much of indulgence is bringing more darkness. So you have to break free from those things which really make you trapped into addiction or anything like that. So there is indulgence, like too much of emotional needs depending on other people, your important people or your lover, to get that love. So you have to bring back that light where you are confident about yourself. Trusting your love, trusting what you have to offer is also important. You have to learn that when it comes to relationships. And when Saturn is in Punarvasu Nakshatra, there is of course ignorance with respect to the time management, learning, education. Maybe, you know, some people with this placement I have seen, they just want to learn, they want to explore things the way they want to, not what society has to offer or what society wants you to learn. They won't do that straight away. So there is ignorance with respect to how you use your time. So you have to bring back the light to utilize the time, to be more clear what you want to do in life. Because Saturn is also about actions, your work, your profession. So you may do certain courses, you may do a certain work, and then you may not like it and you want to do something again, something new. So a lot of back and forth happens when it comes to work, and clarity is not there. What should I do professionally? Or not enough confidence on your decisions. Then Rahu in Punarvasu Nakshatra shows ignorance with respect to the opinions. One may not be willing to hear other people. One may be very, I would say, proudy with their information, or one is very preachy with Rahu in Punarvasu, or it shows that one is too dependent on others as well. Rahu, emotionally very dependent on others. Ketu, when it's in Punarvasu Nakshatra, it shows ignorance with respect to the health, most importantly, leading to health issues. And there is also ignorance with respect to the emotional fulfillment one gets in relationships. It's not enough. So Ketu and Punarvasu, what I have observed, brings multiple relationships in life, because one doesn't feel that there is enough love or emotional support coming from one person, or may feel misunderstood. So multiple connections do come with this placement. The fourth point is the straight trees are cut first. So your personality is as such that people will like you. You have that light, you have that wisdom, you're glowing. Of course, you have that strong appearance that people will be very pleased and they will be so happy, and everyone wants to connect with you. And there's one more thing about you which makes other people happy, is that you always say yes to others. Punarvasu people are more of, what's the word, subservient. You help other people without, saying no to them. You don't ask questions to them. You will just say yes to everything. You don't have that ability to say no. So with this quality of saying yes to everyone, helping them, you get tricked, you get manipulated, or whatever you do for them, when you need them, they're not coming back to you, they're not helping you again. But the blessing is for the Punarvasu is that even if someone you helped is not giving you back anything, no help to you, you are definitely having the luck that you will be helped in a very miraculous way. There is a room for miracles and great things coming in your life from the divine. That is the light of Jupiter. So there is definitely luck here. But why I said the straight trees are cut first, because you're honest, you are honest, but the honesty may also bring a lot of challenges. I was hearing this from someone, I don't remember, or I think I read it somewhere, that when you have a very positive aura, when you are a very kind and generous person, it's natural to attract people towards you. But in this process, you also attract people who are very negative. They cannot give you anything in return. They will just come into your life and they will do more damage. Okay, you attract a lot of broken souls as well, and they just break you, they damage you. So honesty is a great thing, but for Punarvasu, sometimes the honesty and the habit of saying yes to everything, it brings more of damage. So protecting yourself is important, and learning to say no is also a very big lesson in this life. The fifth point is about love, relationships and marriage, and why I titled this point as Poles Apart, because this nakshatra, the main stars of this nakshatra are the twins, Castor and Pollux, Alpha and Beta Geminorum, and they are the twins, so they look similar, they have a lot similar, but still they are opposites with their nature, with their behavior. One is more innocent and the other one is more mischievous. So the same pattern is happening in love life, in marriage. I have seen so many charts where people are in a relationship with a significant person, and that relationship happens in cycles. That same person comes back again and again till the point where the relationship really improves and matures. And also there's always something similar between the two people, which is about how they live their life, their purpose, what they want to create together, their likes and dislikes, but still there is a difference in their nature and their behavior. It's also because of the moon and Mercury element. You may have the best man, you may have the best woman, but the emotional and the mental compatibility, the nature somewhere is very different. So one may come across a partner who is very needy, emotionally needy, dependent, and may not say that openly, but may do certain tricks or manipulation to get that attention from you. And also you are the one who may try to, you know, compensate for your partner's challenges or mistakes, and this person will also do that for you, like two people together helping each other and also trying to compensate for each other's mistakes. So this is a teamwork. Have you heard the song Lovers from Taylor Swift? So when I listen to that song, it's just that I get this feeling of Castor and Pollux. I get this feeling of Punarvasu, that you fall again and again with that very same person throughout your journey. And it's like, I cannot live without you, but when I'm with you, I'll still be fighting with you. I hate you. So the relationship, the marriage, the love, it undergoes a lot of phases, and it grows in that particular cycle, in that time to time duration, the periods. There's nothing happening like, okay, let's just get things done now. So Mercury, moon, everything is happening in a certain time period, and then it grows from there. So this is how relationships are, and one has to really work on the mental and emotional compatibility. And at the very last, we also have a bonus point today, and that is, if you have any placement in Punarvasu Nakshatra, your Mars needs to be strong. No matter whatsoever planet is in Punarvasu, it does give a challenge to stand for yourself. This is what you are learning. You might be too honest, you might be too emotional, and because of that you really forget to stand up and take charge of yourself. So a placement in Punarvasu may impact your ability to sometimes tap into your wisdom, stand for yourself, and protect yourself from how other people are literally abusing your power, they're abusing your knowledge. So Mars needs to be strong so that you can have the courage to support yourself. Mars is the action. Mars is important to stand up and to have that courage. So at least a placement in a fire sign or Mars should be strong. This will really support you to stand for yourself and have the courage to retrieve your light back. Okay, and if Mars is weak, then definitely there are a lot of times when you may not be able to have that courage to fight back and protect yourself. So always check the placement of Mars if you have some placement in Punarvasu. So that's all for today's video. I hope you found this video helpful. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.